promoting Rotary on social media. Agenda: why are we gathered? We're going to do a quick little history lesson, logo and the importance of using the correct brand compliant materials. A great resource for all Rotarians in the district to know about that is the Brand Center. We're going to look at the vision statement, some good tips on what to post and when to post. And then we're going to talk about that pesky algorithm and how engagement and sharing are what is most important, more so than just clicking the like button. And we're also going to look at some special language that can help attract new members. So many people do not know what Rotary does and what we're all about. So that is why we are going to take advantage of this opportunity we have by spending so much time on social media. Everybody's scrolling, you're scrolling. While you're scrolling and while you're, on your device, why don't you just take a minute to consider either posting something about Rotary or sharing something about Rotary, engaging with any other Rotary content that you see. We currently use the Rotary logo that's on the right. It is the big blue Rotary word and then the wheel in the color gold right there. What that represents is how Rotary is today, which is inclusive, impactful, it's modern, it's professional, it's inviting, welcoming. Contrast that to this old wheel, which I know you have seen back in the day. Well, it was exclusive, it was men only, it was not what it is today. And what we need to do as Rotary ambassadors of 2023, 2024, is to make sure that we're using the current Rotary logo, the right images that reflect what Rotary is today. So with that, I need to implore you all, if you see something on your club's website or on your club's Facebook or Instagram that looks like the old logo with the red line through it, please either let me know as public image chair of the district, I can address it, or just please delete it, take it down, because we really, and we're under some pressure now from Rotary International to make sure that everything that is Rotary related is brand compliant. It is really important. It speaks to copyright issues, and there's a bit of a crackdown happening. So we got to make sure that this old logo, which was done away with in 2013, it needs to not be anywhere anymore. Okay, so please, if you've got any remnants, let's get rid of it and focus only on the current Rotary logo. And to that end, I also want to say that anything that you're posting with the brand compliant Rotary logo needs to be of your Rotary club. Okay, you are not representing Rotary International. Any event that you're promoting or any post that you're sharing on behalf of the Rotary Club of somewhere, of your location, it needs to be the club logo. And where can you get that logo? If it's not already created, you can get it made at the brandcenter.rotary.org. And if you are not sure how to do this, please again get in touch. I'm happy to go onto Brand Center for you. I will make your club's logo, send you some high resolution versions of it, and then you're free to use that moving forward. What you'll find at the Brand Center is all kinds of great user-friendly resources. You'll see this drop-down menu with the yellow arrow. What would you like to do today? Here's a close-up of it. It can create a club logo for you. You can find beautiful, high-quality photos or videos from Rotary International that then you are able to use on your club's social media. You can find club and member resources, such as making a new brochure for your club. People of Action, there's this whole advertising campaign that's available in all these different sizes and formats. You can customize it. Jay, what's some of the examples you've done of your club, right, in Chestnut Hill?
Yes, we've used it a lot. So they have verbs, because part of the people of action, you want a verb that you're doing something. So they'll have inspire, they'll have transform, they'll have mentor. So these are all action verbs. There's about a half a dozen of those or more. And you can, as Lisa said, you can choose the verb that you want to use, and it completes the correct font and people of action logo, and you can put in your own picture from your club's event, and you can use that on social media or your website or however you want to do that. There's a couple different versions you can use. There's like banner versions, and then there's sort of a square version, which is good for social media, like Instagram or whatever.
Thank you, Jay. So that's at your disposal as well. And this is all free, by the way. And you do not even need your username or password. You just go to brandcenter.rotary.org. Learn how to promote Rotary. There's just sections on using social media. There's sections on your website, advertising and public relations. Another important thing you will find at the Rotary Brand Center is this. It's Rotary's vision statement, which I will read. Together, we take action to create lasting change in our communities and around the world. I bring this up because if you're ever having a day where you're thinking, oh, I should probably post something about Rotary today, but you can't think of, where to go or what kind of content to create, well, you can always refer back to this. Can recenter you, and maybe remind you of what we're doing as we are trying to make a positive impact locally and globally. Now, speaking of content creation, so these are just all sort of the bare minimum easier things that you can be posting about on social media. And for each of these things, you basically can get 3 different posts out of it, because you could do your pre-meeting announcement, join us on such and such a date for a speaker on the topic of blah, blah, blah. And then while you're at the meeting, you can take videos of the speaker and get a soundbite or two. And then afterwards, you can post a little recap of the meeting. These things that are already on your schedule, that are already things that your club does regularly, just get yourself in the habit of creating posts about them and sharing them and encouraging your members to share as well. And before, during, and after. And this is a way for you to be putting some more content out into the world so that people, the non-Rotary people in your network, will start to get a sense of what Rotary does, which goes back to the first slide about why. Why is this important? People don't understand Rotary, and we are in a position to help people learn about it. Some other content ideas. What else to post? Benefactors. Who are you helping? You could do a whole series of video messages from the people that you've given grants to, or the people that you've done service projects with. Have them go on camera and say, thanks so much to the Rotary Club of your neighborhood. Because of you, our kids were able to get winter coats, or because of you, we were able to, send X amount of students to a special program, whatever it is. It's like, that's a way for non-Rotary people to see, oh, Rotary's making an impact. You could do member profiles, introduce people on your Facebook to the new people who have just joined your club. That's a way to humanize Rotary and to let the social media world see, like, oh, like Ryan looks like a really cool guy. I'd like to have a chat with him. Maybe I'll go to the Coatesville Club, right? So this is your opportunity to show the faces of real live Rotary members in 2023. Your youth services, if you're involved with an Interact or a Rotaract club, this is a great chance to help people see the impact that you're making to the younger generation, right? You're giving leadership opportunities. You're having a positive impact on our future. So that's a beautiful story that you can tell on social media. And then holidays. I mean, absolutely, you can say Happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at the Rotary Club of Ardmore, or even something like, World Kindness Day, or some of these, lesser known holidays. But if it's an excuse to post something on social media, why not do it? If you can find a way to connect it to Rotary and to service and to nice people or professional development or whatever. Now, the topic here is repurposing, because as important as it is for you to post, you don't have to create everything from scratch. It's absolutely fine to repurpose. In fact, we encourage you to share some of what you're seeing on Rotary International's website, on RI's LinkedIn and Facebook. They've got blog posts that you can access, and then just copy and paste into your social media. Our district has a Facebook page as well. If you see something in the Rotarians of District 7450 group, you can share that as well. If Ardmore sees something that Longwood has just posted, well, perhaps Ardmore can share it, and vice versa. Let's also have Coatesville share it. And these are ways for the neighboring clubs to get a sense of what we're all doing. And everything you're putting out, it's just one more chance for you to share the good stuff that Rotary is involved with. Another thing that you may not have thought about, local organizations. If you have done a service project with the Mana or Phil Abundance or something like that, you can connect with them on social media, tag them, or just post an update that they're putting out there. And so, again, I say all this repurposing to encourage you to think about other ways you can just keep putting stuff out there on your Rotary page, even if it's not originally created by you or your club. I'm going to take a little pause while I turn it over to Jay, who's going to talk about the good visuals and then also when to post.
Visuals. So this is very important, what kind of images you take. I'm sure many of you have seen images of Rotary clubs taking pictures of people standing around their banner, sort of staring ahead at the camera. They're probably not the best pictures to use for social media or even other use. So there's kind of three things here to kind of keep in mind. One is show action, like show shots of people doing something. Maybe you're planting a tree, you're cleaning up a park, or looks like they're doing a compost here or something of that nature. So something of some sort of action. And I would say this applies for video as well as still images. I'm a bigger proponent of video in some cases. And same thing, try to show action, people doing stuff at the club, so that we convey to the audiences that we are people of action and we're getting things done in the community. Another example showing impact, it's not as action oriented, maybe as digging a compost pile, but it's still effective in showing what Rotary can do to help the community. Show togetherness. You want to make sure people are smiling or working together for something. This looks like this particular shot is probably planning something, but you can see people of diverse backgrounds working together for something in the community. So Lisa, if you could
Yes.
advance to the next slide.
Yes.
Back to social media. This is really important to be consistent. What we have seen with some clubs is that there's a thought, well, we have an annual fundraiser coming up, so we better get on social media and start telling the public about our fundraiser, our upcoming event. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. But what you need is a pretty steady stream of content going out, and not just ask people to help you for their fundraiser to promote that. So each club is different. Maybe it's one club, it's once or twice a week, another club, it may be a couple times a month, but be consistent about how you do it. When Lisa was talking about your content earlier, mix the content up. You don't want to be just out there every time you have an event. You want to promote other things so that you get the full picture out to the public about what you're all about. Some platforms like LinkedIn have a great scheduling option, which is helpful for people that are working full-time, like probably all of you. That way you can schedule content in advance when it's convenient for you, and then you can pick the time. Lisa, back to you.
Okay, thanks. I wanted to know, Barb is doing a great job with Ardmore Rotary's social media. So Barb, I'm happy to have you share any best practices or suggestions that you have found helpful.
Currently I'm doing it manually, honestly, because I do have the time. I haven't started my new job yet. But yeah, I've discovered Canva actually does have a scheduling thing, and you can connect to multiple social media apps through that one.
All right, thank you. Okay, now we have to talk about, I don't even like the word, but it's algorithm. And we are kind of at the mercy of algorithms. I hate to say that, but what I have learned is how important it is for there to be engagement when one posts on social media. And by engagement, I've learned that commenting is very important. Sharing is very important. The algorithm does not give much favor to just clicking the like button. So why do you need to know this? If you are scrolling and you just have, a couple of minutes and you see a Rotary post, I would encourage you to type a few words by way of commenting or clicking the share button, rather than just clicking like and then moving on and continuing your scrolling. The more engagement the Rotary posts can get, the more likely the social media platforms will share these posts with more people, and ultimately with our goal of getting our Rotary posts seen by people who are not already in the Rotary universe. The importance of sharing is that the one original post shared with your network, they share it, then it can get seen by your network's network. And again, this is where the opportunity lies for us to get non-Rotary people, prospective members, people who maybe have misunderstandings about Rotary, to get them to see the truth of what we're doing and how great and attractive Rotary is. If anybody on the Zoom has another way of kind of explaining the algorithm to drive home the point that just clicking the like button is really not helping.
I don't have an explanation for it, but I know I've heard other things like reels seem to go further than regular posts. So that's why I always like share it as a story in a reel as well, because for some reason those get shared with people more. Also, I've learned that if you figure out what the trending audio of the day or week is, like trending music, like that gets more views on your videos too.
So thank you for that, Barb. Yeah. And also, if something gets posted, you want to kind of engage quickly. If something gets posted and then right away there's some activity, that's going to tell the social media platform like, oh, this content must be worthwhile. Let's share it with more people. So kind of the last phase of this presentation is to acknowledge that a goal of every Rotary Club all around the world, certainly in District 7450, is to grow. We are losing members, and we are finding members who are, moving to other states, other areas. They're aging out. So we need to think about our social media as a way of doing this, a way of providing information to prospective members and a way of attracting prospective members. So a few things I wanted to highlight here in terms of language. When you're thinking of what kind of caption to write up, consider wording that includes things like networking opportunities. The younger generation, obviously, if they're newer in their career development, this is something that would really appeal to them. They want to be able to meet mentors. They want to be able to make some business connections. Although that is not the main reason for joining Rotary, it is a benefit, and it's fine to think of it in that way. And personal connections. If you think about maybe some empty nesters, right? Or if they are newly retired people looking for some new project, some new kind of sense of purpose, Rotary can really fill that need as well. So use that language to talk about connections and friendship and the fun that you're having with these group of people who care about making a difference in the world. And that right there is a key phrase as well, make a difference. This is something that is pretty universal, that the reasons we joined, we want to make a difference. We want to kind of help improve the world in some way. We want to make a positive impact. And so a phrase like make a difference can and should be in your social media language. And it will attract the type of people that we know would make a good fit for being in Rotary and for staying in Rotary. Remove the roadblocks, remove the things that they may be thinking are in the way. If you've got a service project, say all are welcome. Say you do not need to be a member of Rotary to come to our meeting. Make it sound as inviting as possible for a non-Rotary person to feel like, okay, this is not too scary. I just need to email this person, or I can just show up. That's a way to help get some new faces into your club. If you've got a club website, you want to make sure that you've got the website address. Okay, so before I sign off, let's just do a quick reminder to all of the people who are watching the recording, and that is that the District 7450 Public Image team is happy to answer questions, happy to also speak to your club. We can be your program for one of your meetings and talking about public image and or social media. We also are happy to offer personal consultations. We can get on a Zoom with a few members of your club and look at your website, look at your social media, talk about some promotional opportunities, any challenges you might be having. So please get in touch, lisa@lisaleonardvoice.com. Jay, do you want to share your email address?
Yeah, my name, JAYPENNIE 649 rotary@gmail.com.
And I hope this was helpful, and we look forward to chatting with you all again. So I'll get the recording out to everybody. And again, you know, District 7450 Public Image Team, we want to help you help your club promote itself and promote all the good that Rotary is doing.